Okay, so here are the answers. Go ahead and check your work.
What's the first on the second statement?
A theorem is simply a statement that has been proven to be true.
You know what I do need? That rule. I didn't think the dude one was right.
It is, yeah, he said
Yep, he says dude.
Surely, dude, that's crazy. That's really weird. See how dude on TikTok?
How'd you guys do on this? Thumbs up? Do you feel like you know Pythagorean theorem like so well?
No.
Well, you'll be familiar with at least some of the language, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't a total waste.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I was good at it.
And you remember how I made you do all the steps?
Yeah, because if you just do the steps, write all the steps out, but leave the number area blank,
Uh-huh.
and then just fill out the numbers really quick.
Yeah.
What is it says important side of the triangle called the, hypotenuse. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The important side of the triangle, yeah, hypotenuse.
I did it.
Kind of a weird
No,
word.
not you. Lies.
So, Lennon, the students this morning were complaining that I made them do all those steps. And I was like, but it's easy points. It's the easiest points you'll ever get. You'll love Pythagorean theorem.
Plus, if you do it, then you will remember.
Yeah. And no room for mistakes.
I can do
Remember
it right now.
remember when we took notes and you would write down all the notes but the examples?
Okay, you guys ready me to turn this over?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I needed the last
No,
one.
you
I'll give it to you in a second.
How long are you saying?
Multiply. You just find exponents of 3 different things.
Elias, you checking your work?
No.
Okay. Did you get all these, McCoy?
Hmm?
Did you get all these?
Oh, yeah. Did you guys play last night?
No, I was there by, but they canceled all the games anyway, so I think they're gonna. I think they're taking this week and next week, so we're not gonna play much of it.
Okay, and the last bit here. You okay, McCaden? Yeah. All right, so once you have that all checked, get out your jam. We're going to take some notes today. So exciting. What now? More notes. We have to practice it. It says down here, you can't get good at math just by watching videos. You actually need to practice solving real math problems. So we're going to take that guy's advice and we're going to practice.
Well,
I'm going to be giving you the paper that you're going to do for Monday.
I got it.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, and that's all it's going to be for Monday is the practice. So you get a head start.
It feels like a Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah.
This week has been the weirdest week. Like I can't figure out what day it is.
Miller House over there getting the 7-day weekend.
I know. They definitely got lucky with the weather this week. Okay, so it is Friday, 2/19/21. Pythagorean theorem.
Is that
Y or G?
or an
Okay, so it's Pythagorean. Theorem. Theorem. So of course we have a formula.
I thought it was spelled with an M.
Pythagorean theorem. I mean,
It sounds the same.
it does sound the same. We have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Yeah, because a stands for something different when it's a capital letter, like area. So a and b are considered what? Who remembers from the video?
Two sides of the triangle.
Right, but they have a special name. It's the legs, right?
Oh yeah, that's.
It's kind of what creates the right angle. And then what was that funny name for C? Hypotenuse. Leg, hypotenuse. And the Pythagorean theorem is used for two things. Used to find the missing side length. And what's the type of triangle this works for? Right angles. Right? Only for right triangles. Not obtuse, not acute.
What do you do for
I'm sorry?
what do you use for a left triangle?
It's a good question, Landon. I don't have all the answers today about left triangles. I only know about right triangles.
Is that not a thing?
It's not really.
Okay.
But okay, and then it's also
Left triangles, though. The and type of thing.
used to determine if a triangle is a right triangle. Right? If you're given 3 side lengths and you put them into the formula, if it works, it's a right triangle. If it doesn't work, not a right triangle. If I gave you 3 side lengths, how would you know which one was the hypotenuse? How would you know which one was C?
Isn't it the long side?
It's the longest. Yep.
Across from the box.
But if I just gave you 3 numbers, you would know that the one that was the biggest number would be your C value, right? Okay, so let's draw a little diagram here.
Yeah, because it has to be because it's the equals.
Yep. But if it doesn't work, then it wasn't a right triangle. So we've got A, B, and C. So when you're labeling your triangle, it really doesn't matter which leg you label A or which leg you label B, but C is non-negotiable. You can't compromise on that. And I've had students in the past that would draw like a little arrow from the right angle symbol to show that that's pointing to the hypotenuse, right? So whatever's going to help you remember that C is the one that is across from the right angle. The legs create the right angle. The hypotenuse connects the legs. So we're going to do a couple of examples. The first one is going to be finding the hypotenuse length. And the second one's going to be finding the leg length. Because if you remember, there's 2 different strategies for doing that.
Are there abbreviations for these?
For like hypotenuse?
Yeah.
Nope. It's just hypotenuse. I mean, I guess you could say C. so here is a little diagram. Cute little right triangle. So what am I solving for? What's my missing value? C, right? Even if I didn't tell you this was the hypotenuse, you should have known because these are the two legs. The hypotenuse is over here. All right, so as Lennon and I were reminiscing about a couple minutes ago, I'm going to insist, require, expect, whatever word you want to use in that you show all the steps to do this. And by all the steps, I mean the steps I'm about ready to show you. Okay, so it's easy points. It's going to keep you organized, all right? So it might seem a little tedious, but you have to trust the process and know that, like, you'll never miss a problem if you do all these steps. That's what I'm trying to ensure. Okay, so the first step is to write out the formula, always. If you skip that step, you'll miss a point. It's up to you what you're willing to miss points over, but that's an easy point. The second step is to put in your A and B values. I don't care what you choose for A and what you choose for B. 5 squared plus 12 squared, and then I still have my C squared. The third step is to actually do 5 squared and 12 squared. So now I have 25 plus 144 equals C squared. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
The fourth step is adding the 25 and 144, so I get 169 equals C squared. Now the fifth step is what everybody likes to skip. Everybody gets really upset. Mrs. Marsh, I didn't have to put that. Yes, I'm telling you right now, total fair game. I expect this step. This is where you show that you're going to take the square root of 169 and the square root of C squared. Right, the square root is what times itself gave me that number. So what times C gave me C squared? C. So that's how I get the C by itself, and then the square root of 169 is 13. So that's my sixth step is my answer. So there's 6 possible points.
We have to, like,
Yes.
if it's irrational, do we just write the square root?
So if it's irrational, you would give me 2 decimal places, and you'd put like the little squiggle about sign. So if it's not a perfect square root, then you give me the estimated value.
Did you yesterday said we could leave?
never remember the numbers.
I'm sorry?
Wait, I need the last step because I can never remember.
You get to use a calculator.
Oh yeah.
Did you yesterday said we could just leave it in the square root?
Yeah, I'm going to veer away from his strategy. I want them as estimated values. Sorry. Lennon, have a great weekend.
See you Tuesday.
Enjoy the home game tomorrow. Wish Noah luck for me.
I will.
Exciting stuff.
Wait, do we not have school Monday?
You guys won't be here. Yes, I'll see you Tuesday. I'm probably not going to be here Monday. Supposed to go and get work at the vaccine clinic again, which I'd like to do, but I haven't seen the Miller kids in so long that I'm having like guilt about not being here on Monday. Just don't see.
Don't sue them. They've been at home too long.
They
They don't
don't.
deserve it.
They don't deserve it. They're going to be watching this video if I'm not here
Still.
on Monday.
Still, good. Then they'll know that they don't deserve it.
You guys are brutal.
Yes,
Okay.
we are. Thank you for noticing.
Let's do another example here. So remember, we're finding a leg length. So I've got 15 and 17. And then remember I told you like you can use A, or you can put the values in for A or B, it doesn't matter. I do have a little bit of a like disclaimer. Do you guys know what disclaimers are?
Yes.
Like they're really
Like
fast
the little-
talking on commercials
Yes,
and
they're
things.
like the little thing that you
Disclaimer. This is not prescribed by
Yeah.
the doctor.
Like you might actually die from the side effects as opposed to what you're trying to medicate yourself on.
This is a
right?
disclaimer.
So my disclaimer for this one is when you're missing one of the legs, Nick, when you're missing one of the legs, use the variable A that you're trying to find. If you use the variable B, you might get confused and think it's a 6, and then it's just like spiraling. That's a hot mess, right? So if you're trying to find a leg, highly recommend using A. If you don't, that's not part of my grading you, but I think it will make it more difficult on yourself. So of course we have C and B. So we have the same first step, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And then we have the same second step, A squared plus 15 squared equals 17 squared, right? I'm putting the values in for the variables that I know. So then my third step is A squared plus 225 equals 289. And this is where the guy from the video said, oh, you got to isolate the variable. So this is our extra step here. Number 4 on this one is different. I have to subtract 225 from both sides. And now I have A squared equals 64.
So on a test, we have to write it all in this format.
Yes. You should just say that.
Yep, on a test, you got to show the whole thing. Easiest points ever. I'm sorry. So then my answer is A equals 8. 7 points possible. So when you're solving for a leg length, there's more opportunity to get more points.
Is it more common to have the A missing or the hypotenuse missing?
Probably the hypotenuse. Okay, let's turn the page and do a couple more practice problems. You okay?
Yeah.
Make me nervous, Nick. I don't know, you look a little suspicious over there. Yep. Okay, what am I solving for? Hypotenuse or a leg?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, right? Because I have this right angle here pointing to the missing length. So, step 1, A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Oh.
You okay?
Oh yeah, I put C instead of 6. Or I put 6 instead of C.
How you doing over there, Vale?
I just did the same thing.
Good. Emma, how are you doing over there?
Good.
How do you put a 6 instead of a C though?
No, I did it because he said it, and so
Oh.
I was looking at my paper, so I drew 6.
My goodness. 576? I wouldn't do that off the top of your head. Yeah, so much.
She's done it with 6 times.
Yeah.
What was that?
Because you've done it all day.
Oh, yeah. I have it right here in front of me. Like I'm looking at third period's notes.
Literally just
Wait,
copied
you
it.
just rewrite the same thing?
Yes, you
Mhm.
have literally everything.
Anybody
Yep.
else?
Boring though?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the most exciting thing, but I don't think if I just show you the information, it's as beneficial. It's like walking through.
Just like write it down, look at it once, and then
No.
you can like put a little paper over and be like,
I mean, I
Yeah,
could.
like you can sometimes you can do it.
I'm used to it. I'm several years in.
since you're saying,
Does what now?
my hand hurts like writing this.
My hand doesn't hurt now.
My right hand is probably a lot stronger than my left hand. Also because I have to spray the desks down, you know? So like
Yeah, that's fair.
almost 500 times a day I'm using the spray bottle.
Yes, I never get tired of writing.
So my final answer is going to be 25 equals C.
Wait,
You have to show it.
It's not like good, but I can do it.
Well, image extras, you can go
wait, what did you,
like semi-image extras.
what math did
Dude,
you
I
find this
I
question?
throw right-handed.
So I would put in 625 and hit the square root button on my calculator because what times what equals 625? That's 25.
Oh yeah, I was thinking division first.
Right-handed in baseball. Bro, I keep doing that thing with C. What the heck?
Guys, I never got Tiffany.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we didn't even know.
You guys didn't notice she was out there?
I'm just looking, I was like, oh wait, hold up.
I've known this whole time. I've known this whole time.
That's what Nick was suspicious about.
Yeah, I literally was looking at McCade and making sure that she didn't
I didn't
help.
know that you're playing as that. She's always
Yeah.
kind of quiet. I never.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm
what's
thinking
going
sure
on?
no
Why is
one
everybody
knows.
so suspicious?
I forgot.
Oh my
This
gosh.
whole time.
I'm going to give you my notes from this notebook. You can have them. Okay? I'm so
you have to
sorry.
write them down again.
She does not have to rewrite them. She can just have my notes.
I mean, like, you have to write it down again.
I thought you guys were still going over whatever you typed.
Oh my gosh, Tiffany. I'm so sorry.
That was. I was out there right on your phone.
You were out there for a very long time. Now I have to come to school on Monday, so that's not part of the video that the students watch.
Yeah, but it gives them a little bit of humor.
And then like
It gives people in the video humor.
I'm so sorry, Tiffany.
Welcome to your daily dose of humor, Miller House.
Oh, you guys, that was terrible. Okay,
Watching this.
example 2, what am I solving for? Hypotenuse or leg?
Leg.
Leg. So I'm going to use the A variable.
No.
So Tiffany, what you can do is have these notes and just watch the video if you want. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. So first step, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We always have to write, you don't have to write this down. I'm going to give you this whole thing.
No.
You don't have to write anything down. The least I can do is give you my notes. Oh my gosh. Okay, somebody tell Tiffany, why did I use A here instead of B?
Because B
Don't
looks
get
like a
B
6.
confused with a 6.
Yeah, so when we're trying to find the value of a leg, we leave A as our variable that's missing.
B can look like an analog clock 6.
We literally do not get.
And I even looked at you, Nick, like, why are you being all weird? Like, it didn't even, like, occur to me you were looking at an empty desk. Like,
You what?
He was there and he was like going, and I was like, what is he doing?
yeah, I had no idea.
I thought Nick did something.
I did too. I didn't realize he was trying to, like, subliminally tell me Tiffany's in the hallway.
I wasn't trying to tell you, I was trying to make sure literally nobody else told you.
Well, thanks for that, Nick. Oh my gosh. Tiffany, you can blame Nick. There we go.
I told you not to let her in earlier.
I don't even remember. Okay, so we've got our third step here, 144 and 400. And then our fourth step, remember, is to subtract 144. So Tiffany, one of the main things you missed is that when you guys are working through Pythagorean theorem, you've got to show all these steps. Like every single step I'm putting here will be required on the assessment. Okay?
A squared equals.
Yep.
I'm still gonna say it with it.
That's okay.
I thought this was gonna be hard. It's
Right? Because we have a process. We have a system. We're not going to leave anything out. Right? There's someone at the door.
Yeah.
they just love themselves.
Hello. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yes,
Did you get that card thing from Fire?
I did.
Okay.
Yes,
It was my job to give it to you, but I just put it on your desk.
I got it. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, last example. Actually, we're going to stop there because I want to do one problem with you for your work on Monday. I want to work it out with you. So let me pass out your assignment for Monday.
All I heard was a bunch of laughing.
Yeah,
And then you were let in.
yep. I got up to walk around to check everybody's work, and that's what it occurred to me. Like,
She was probably just chilling on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was doing.
How did I know?
As long
You got a free shirt.
No way
as
you're
my
making.
pencil.
oh yeah, I have the same thing right here.
No way.
Are you making us color?
Please don't make it.
Yes, you have to color.
Oh.
Megan, you get to color. You're welcome.
I don't have a soul.
Okay, so take a look up here. Tiffany, come get the notes from me. Here you go. Jen, I'm so sorry. Mhm. Okay, so let's take a look at these problems. So I do want you guys to write out the steps, all of the ones that are required. So either a separate piece of paper, the back. I have had some students write like super tiny in an effort to not have to use. It's up to you. But I need to see the steps on Tuesday when you come in here. Okay.
How do you write?
These are all like I think only like 1 or 2 is like an exact value. So just look for the estimated value when you do the square root at the end for the answers. I like these because the answers are here, right? So if you don't find your answer, you made a mistake. So let's look at number 11 together. Yes, sir.
Pretty please.
You guys.
Please.
Since we didn't get a snow day at all.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Make Miller House color for us.
Oh.
Miller House can color for us. We'll say that.
Oh,
That's our reason. Miller House can color for us. That's
How about
punishment
this?
here.
I will still count it complete if you don't color. Only if you're a West student.
That is yes.
So if the Miller kids happen to watch this video on Monday, they still have to color.
Yes.
Also, if you have any other West friends like third period, tell them they don't have to color. Deal? Is that fair?
Yes, that is
Okay.
definitely fair.
Yep. You guys made a compelling argument. Bunch of lawyers in the room.
Yep. It's a
Hey
done
guys, you're
deal.
welcome. I just made
Where's
something
the gavel?
happen.
It's a done deal.
Okay, so let's do number 11 together. Because for 9, 10, 11, and 12, you're going to want to draw pictures, right? Well, because they give you a description, and it's easier if you draw a picture of it. Yeah, just a triangle.
Oh.
Okay, so for number 11, it says a 15-foot wire is tied from the top of a pole to the stake in the ground. If the stake is 5 feet away from the base of the pole, find the height of the pole. So over here, I'm going to draw, and I have the pole, right? That's just going to be that part of the triangle. I have a 15-foot wire, and it happens to be 5 feet away from the base of the pole.
Is it a right triangle?
It is a right triangle, so these are all given that they're right triangles. So then now you know you have to solve for what? A leg, okay? So read the story, draw a picture, solve it, okay? You still have to show all the steps for all of these. This is your assignment that will be due on Tuesday. Questions, comments, or concerns?
No, it's gonna take me there.
Yes, but now you guys don't have to color it. Yeah?
Yeah, that's.
All right, thank you.